Hello class 7 students, welcome everyone. So in this video I am going to provide you the exercise question and answers from the chapter physical and chemical changes. Okay, so let's begin from question number 1. Classify the changes involved in the following processes as physical or chemical changes. Okay, some of the processes are given to you and you have to classify them as physical change or chemical change. Okay, so photosynthesis, first of all, what is it? Photosynthesis. So say that photosynthesis is a physical change or chemical change. Simply photosynthesis is a chemical change. Okay, you have to write, give a dash and write chemical change. Okay, photosynthesis is what? It is a chemical change. Why? Because new substances are produced during the process of photosynthesis. What are the new substances? Carbohydrates and oxygen. Okay, these are the new substances formed during the process of photosynthesis. Clear? Next, dissolving sugar in water. Now this process, when you dissolve sugar in water, it is a physical change or chemical change? It is a physical change. Why? Because the sugar crystals, they dissolve in water. The size and shape of the sugar crystals will be reduced. Okay, it will be dissolved in water. So it is a physical change. It deals with what? Physical properties, right? Size and shape are what? The physical properties. So it is a physical change. Clear? Next, burning of coal. Burning of coal is a physical change or chemical change? It is a chemical change. Why chemical change? Because when you burn coal, then new substances are produced, like say carbon dioxide. Okay, burning of carbon compound, coal is a carbon compound. Okay, it contains what? Carbon. So when carbon is burned in presence of oxygen, then carbon dioxide will be formed. So carbon dioxide will be formed in this process during the burning of coal. So new substances formed, right? So it is a chemical change. Clear? Melting of wax. Melting of wax is a physical change. Why? Because the size and shape of wax will be changed during this process. Okay, since size and shape are what? Physical properties. So melting of wax is physical change. Clear? Beating aluminium to make aluminium foil. Again, aluminium is what? Aluminium is a metal. Okay, so when aluminium metal is beaten to make aluminium foil, then during this process the properties of aluminium will be changed, right? What properties? Physical properties will be changed. The size and shape of the aluminium metal will be changed to aluminium foil. So again, physical properties are dealt with this. So it is a physical change. Clear? What is it? It is a physical change. Okay. Next, digestion of food. Digestion of food is a physical change or chemical change? It is what? It is a chemical change. Okay, digestion of food is a chemical change. Since in the process of digestion, various food materials break down to form new substances, right? Okay, various food materials break down to form new substances, and that new substances can be absorbed by the body. So process of digestion is also a chemical change. Digestion of food is what? Chemical change. Clear? Next, let us go to question number 2. State whether the following statements are true or false. In case a statement is false, write the corrected statement in your notebook. Okay, first of all, first statement A, cutting a log of wood into pieces is a chemical change. This statement is true or false? It is what? It is false. Okay, because cutting of log of wood into pieces is a physical change. Okay, because the pieces of wood, the log of wood would be converted into pieces of wood. Okay, only the size and shape of wood will be changed. So size and shape are what? Physical properties, right? So it is a physical change. Okay, so what statement you will write in your notebook? Cutting a log of wood into pieces is a physical change. Clear? Understood? Next, statement B, formation of manure from leaves is a physical change. True or false? It is what? It is again false. Why? Because formation of manure from leaves is a chemical change. Let us go to the next statement. Statement C, Iron pipes coated with zinc do not get rusted easily. True or false? Iron pipes coated with zinc do not get rusted easily. It is what? Statement is true. Okay, why? Because say zinc, when a layer of zinc is deposited on the iron articles, and that process is called what? Galvanization, right? Depositing a layer of zinc metal over iron articles prevent rusting, right? The process of depositing a layer of zinc metal on iron objects is called galvanization. Okay, so rusting can be prevented by galvanization. Okay, so iron pipes coated with zinc do not get rusted easily. It can be prevented. Okay, next statement. Statement D. Iron and rust are the same substances. Is it? Iron and rust are same substances? No. Iron is a metal. Rust is what? The formation of say reddish brown flaky substance over the iron articles, that is called as rust. And the formula of rust is what? Means the chemical name of rust is ferric oxide, or say iron oxide. Ferric oxide, or in your book it is written as what? Iron oxide. Okay, Fe2O3. This is your rust. This is your rust. Okay, so iron and rust are different substances. You will write what? Different substances. This is false. Okay, iron and rust are what? Different substances. In the statement you will write. Clear? Next, condensation of steam is not a chemical change. True or false? Condensation of steam is not a chemical change. It is what? It is true. Why? Because see, steam is the say what is the state of matter of steam? It is what? Gas, right? And it contains what? Water only. It contains what? Water vapor. Okay, hot water vapor. So if steam is condensed, then it will form what? It will form liquid, right? It will form liquid water. So only the physical state is changed, right? During condensation only the physical state is changed. The gases will be converted into liquid. Okay, again physical states are what? Physical properties. So condensation of steam is not a chemical change. It is a it is not a chemical change. It is what? It is a physical change. So the statement is true only. Okay, no need to change this statement. It is true only. Clear? Fill in the blanks. Question number 3. Fill in the blanks in the following statements. Statement A, you see, when carbon dioxide is passed through lime water, it turns milky due to the formation of what? Due to the formation of calcium carbonate. Calcium carbonate. Okay. The chemical name of baking soda is sodium hydrogen carbonate. The chemical name of baking soda is what? Sodium hydrogen carbonate. You have to write. Clear? Sodium hydrogen carbonate. Okay. Two methods by which rusting of iron can be prevented are dash and dash. What is it? You will write painting of iron articles can be prevents rusting, right? Painting of iron articles prevents what? Rusting. Painting and galvanization you will write GALVANISATION, galvanization. Okay, clear? Statement D. Changes in which only dash properties of a substance change are called physical changes. Changes which only physical properties. You will write what? Physical. Changes in which only physical properties of a substance are changed. Those are called what? Physical changes. And statement E. Changes in which new substances are formed are called dash changes. What is it? It is chemical. Okay, changes in which new substances are formed are called chemical changes. Clear? Now let us move to question number 4. Question number 4, you see, when baking soda is mixed with lemon juice, bubbles are formed with the evolution of a gas. What type of change is it? Explain. So when baking soda is mixed with lemon juice is what? It is acidic substance, right? So when baking soda is mixed with lemon juice, bubbles are formed with the evolution of a gas. What type of gas it is, or what is the name of the gas? It is carbon dioxide gas. And this carbon dioxide gas is entirely a new substance formed in this process. So it is a chemical change. And the reaction you can write, lemon juice plus baking soda forms carbon dioxide plus some other substances will also be produced, which is not given in your book. No need to learn that. Just you have to memorize this reaction. Clear? Lemon juice plus baking soda forms carbon dioxide plus other substances, and due to the formation of carbon dioxide, which is the new substance in this process, it is a chemical change. Clear? Question number 5. When a candle burns, both physical and chemical changes take place. Identify these changes. Give another example of a familiar process in which both the chemical and physical changes take place. Okay, so when a candle is burned, both physical and chemical changes take place. So you have to identify these changes. Okay, so see, when a candle is burned, then the wax will be melted, right? So the melting of wax is what? Physical change. Why melting of wax is a physical change? Because only the size of the wax will be changed in that process. Okay, the size and shape of the wax will be changed during that process. So melting of wax is what? A physical change. Clear? Similarly, when a candle is burned, then some of the gases will also be produced from that. Okay, and what gas will be produced? Again, carbon dioxide gas will be produced. Okay, so again, melting of, or say burning of candle is what? A physical change also and a chemical change also. Why chemical change? Because a new substance is formed during that process. What is the name of the new substance? Carbon dioxide gas. Okay, wax also contains carbon substances. Okay, wax also contains carbon. So when wax is burned, or when carbon is burned in presence of oxygen, then carbon dioxide gas will be formed. Okay, so the production of new substance, that is carbon dioxide gas, is here a chemical change. Clear? Let us move to the next question. Question number, not next question actually, the second part of the question, that give another example of a familiar process in which both physical and chemical changes take place. Here, digestion of food. In digestion of food, so during the process of digestion, the initial breakdown of the food happens in our buccal cavity, right, in our mouth. So the larger food particles will be broken down into the simpler ones or smaller substances in our mouth. So the physical properties, that is the size and shape of the food particles, has changed, right? When the large food particles are broken down into simpler ones, then the physical properties are changed. That is, the size and shape of the food particles are changed. Right. So that is your physical change. That physical change is the breakdown of larger food particles to simpler ones. This is your physical change. Here full stop will be given. Okay. And what is the chemical change in this process? Chemical change is the digestion of food by the action of HCl and enzymes. Okay. Some of the digestive juices will be secreted by liver, then stomach, then pancreas, right? So HCl and some of the enzymes will also be produced, right? Some of the other organs, like say pancreas, liver. Okay, so when the digestive juices will act on the food particles, okay, into the simpler food particles, then chemical change or chemical reaction takes place. A new substances will be produced in that process. Okay, and those new substances of the food will be absorbed by our body. Clear? So the chemical change is the digestion of food by the action of hydrochloric acid, that is HCl, and some of the enzymes which is secreted by the pancreas, liver and stomach. Clear? So digestion of food is another example in which both physical and chemical change take place. Question number 6. How would you show that setting of curd is a chemical change? See, setting of curd. Okay, now first of all, if you compare curd and milk, curd is formed from milk, right? Curd is formed from milk, right? So when curd is set from milk, then the properties of curd and milk are very different, right? Curd is sour in taste, But milk is sour in taste or what? No, right? So curd is sour in taste, then it contains some acid in it, right? Lactic acid. Some of the acid is present in curd. When the curd is set from milk, then some of the acid will be set over there. So that is why the setting of curd is a chemical change, because curd cannot be turned back into milk. Curd cannot be turned back into milk. Okay, so the properties of milk and curd are very different. Clear? Question number 7. Explain why burning of wood and cutting it into small pieces are considered as two different types of changes. Okay, so when a wood is cut down into small pieces, then it is a physical change. Why? Because it does not change the nature of wood. When wood is present, suppose when a wood log is given in front of you, and when you cut it into small pieces, then also it will remain as wood only. Okay, only the size and shape will be changed. Only the size and shape will be changed. Okay, and size and shape are what? Physical properties. So physical change has taken place during the cutting of wood. But on the other hand, when a wood is burned, then chemical change will take place. Why chemical change? Because when a wood is burned down, then it contains carbon. So burning of carbon compound produces what? Carbon dioxide gas. Okay, so burning of wood is a chemical change, as wood is converted into charcoal with the liberation of carbon dioxide gas. Clear? Question number 8. Describe how crystals of copper sulfate are prepared. First of all, you have to take a cup full of water in a beaker. Okay, you have to take some water in a beaker, and then you have to add few drops of dilute sulfuric acid to it. Okay, then we need to heat that solution. We need to heat that water, or we need to heat that solution. Okay, so when it starts boiling, we have to add copper sulfate powder to it. Obviously, when you are heating that solution, then a time will come then when it will start to boil, and when it start to boil, you have to add copper sulfate powder slowly while continuously stirring. Okay, while stirring continuously, and we should add copper sulfate powder to it till no more copper sulfate powder can be dissolved, and that will give you a saturated solution of copper sulfate. Okay, then we have to filter the solution, and then we have to allow it to cool. Okay, and we should not disturb the solution when it is cooling, right? And after that, we'll see what, after some amount of time, that large copper sulfate crystals will be settled at the bottom of the beaker. Okay, and lastly, we have to separate the crystals of copper sulfate from the solution by filtration, and then we have to dry it. Clear? So this is how crystals of copper sulfate are prepared. You can pause the video and you can note it down in your copy. Okay, this answer. Let us move to the next question. Question number 9. Explain how painting of an iron gate prevents it from rusting. So that rusting takes place, what are the requirements? First of all, what are the requirements, or what are the conditions necessary for rusting? First of all, presence of oxygen should be there. Then presence of water, or say water vapor, or say moisture should be there. Okay, presence of oxygen should be there, and presence of water or water vapor or moisture should be there. Clear? So when a coat of paint is applied to the surface of an iron object or iron gate here, then air and moisture cannot come in contact with the iron gate. Here you have to write gate. Okay, I have written object, you have to write gate, G-A-T-E. Okay, and hence no rusting takes place. Clear? So when a coat of paint is applied to the surface of iron gate, then air and moisture, or say oxygen and moisture, cannot come in contact directly with the iron gate, and hence no rusting takes place. And that's how rusting is prevented, by applying paint to an iron gate. Clear? Question number 10. Explain why rusting of iron objects is faster in coastal areas than in deserts. Okay, so if you compare the coastal areas and deserts are somehow, it is dry. Okay, and coastal areas contains what? Water. Okay, so if coastal areas contains water, that means the seaside areas, then it contains a large amount of water vapor in the atmosphere in that areas. Okay, so if the air at a place has high moisture content or more water vapor, high moisture means what? Water vapor only. Okay, so if the air at a place has high moisture content, or say more water vapor, that is, if the air at a place is more humid, if if moisture content is more, then water vapor is more, then humidity is more. Okay, then the rusting of iron becomes what? Faster, because water vapor is involved, right? So water vapor leads to rusting. Clear? So if water vapor is more, then rusting of iron becomes faster. Okay, so the rusting of iron is faster in coastal areas because the air at those places contains more water vapor in it. Okay, simple answer, question number 10. Let's move to the next question, question number 11. The gas we use in the kitchen is called liquefied petroleum gas, LPG. You know this? In the cylinder it exists as a liquid, but when it comes out from the cylinder it becomes a gas. Okay, this is change A. Okay, when it comes out from the cylinder it becomes a gas. This is change A. Then it burns. When it burns, that is change B. So the following statements pertain to these changes. Choose the correct one. See, option number 1 is process A is a chemical change. Okay, option number 2, process B is a chemical change. Option number 3, both processes A and B are chemical changes. And option number 4, that is none of these processes is a chemical change. So first of all, let me remind you again that the gas which is present in our kitchen, means the cylinder gas, that it contains what? Liquefied petroleum gas. Okay, and inside the cylinder it exists as in a liquid state, but when it comes out from the cylinder it becomes a gas. So liquid to gas, this is change A. Liquid to gas, that is the physical state is changed here. Physical state of liquid is changed to the physical state of gas. So this process is what? Physical change or chemical change? Directly change A is what? Physical change. So change A, that is process A, is physical change. Is physical the option is mentioned here? No, not mentioned, right? Then when it is burned, the LPG gas, when it is burned, some new substances will be formed. Carbon dioxide is the main, because liquefied petroleum gas contains some carbon compound in it, and when it is burned, the carbon compound, when it is burned, then it will produce carbon dioxide gas. So again carbon dioxide gas will be formed here. Okay, new substances will be formed here. Then change B is what? It is a chemical change. So option number 2 is the correct one. Change A is physical change, change B is chemical change. So only the process B is a chemical change is mentioned here in option number 2. So option number 2 is the correct option or correct answer from this question, question number 11. Let's move to the next question, question number 12. Anaerobic bacteria digest animal waste and produce biogas. Okay, anaerobic bacteria digest animal waste and produce what? Biogas. Okay, so the production, the process, the production of biogas from the animal waste, okay, is what? That is physical change or chemical change. Since anaerobic bacteria is involved, right? It decomposes the animal waste to produce biogas. So this change is what? Physical change or chemical change? Directly it is a chemical change. Process A is what? It is a chemical change. Again, the biogas is then burnt as fuel. Some of the gases will be produced right in it. Okay, the biogas then burnt as a fuel, some of the gases will be produced. Again carbon dioxide gas will be produced here. Okay, because the animal waste contains what? Some carbon compound. So when again biogas will be formed, it also contains some carbon compound. So again when biogas is burnt, then some gases will be produced. When biogas is burnt as a fuel, some gases will be produced. Carbon dioxide gas is the main gas in it again. So again it is a change B is a physical change or chemical change? It is again a chemical change. So both process A and B is a chemical change. So which option is correct? Option number 3 is correct. Option number 3, again I am repeating this, option number 3 is correct. Okay, both A and B are chemical changes. Clear? So this completes your exercise from question number 1 to question number 12. I have given you in this video. Okay, so that's all then. In the next video or in the next class when I will meet you during the online class, I will be providing you some of the short and long answer type questions from this chapter. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you and have a nice day.